everyone, this is Mary Grace Glyxel Tulba. Now for today's video, I'm going to give a short discussion on the two questions that were given to us on our subject, research. But before that, let us have first the review of the two questions. The first question is, why research problem is very important in the field of physical education? Now the second question is, differentiate and contrast teaching research and research in teaching. But before going through the two questions, let us have first a review on teaching as a research-based profession. Now let us define first the two words that are interconnected to each other in these questions. The first word is research. Research is defined as the systematic investigation into and study of materials and other sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. The second word is teaching. In education, teaching is the concerted sharing of knowledge and experience which is usually organized within a discipline. The first thing that we must know about teaching as a profession is that teaching is about inspiring and motivating our students to help them to exceed and reach their potentials. The greatest teacher of all time have devoted their life in inspiring and empowering their students to achieve their potentials and to be a good human being. That is why research was born. We need to investigate, we need to study in order to aid the potentials of the students. We all know that different students are very unique. They are unique individuals. They came from different family with different cultures and with different way of how they grow up. So as a teacher, we need to undergo studies on our profession in order to achieve and to fulfill the needs that they are really needing. The first question, why research problem is very important in the field of physical education? Now let's come to think of this. Physical education deals with the development and the care of students' body from simple exercises to a course of study providing trainings in hygiene, gymnastics, athletics, and many others. Most especially, our subject, physical education, deals with performance activities. This means that physical education will develop students' confidence and confidence to take part in any physical activities, and that we are parting into their lives. This is where research problem should take into in the field of physical education. It must be investigated first the different problems that might arouse in the field of physical education, for we are letting the students engage into a high quality physical education performances or activities. That of course enables the student to enjoy the different activities that we are giving to them and also the many kinds of physical activities. And as about the needs and concerns of these students, a thorough study of this field must be applied. We all know that physical education subject is very high risk, especially if we are dealing with athletics. That is why a research problem should take into to study further the problem along the way. Now, it cannot be denied that research is very important in the field of physical education. The second question is, differentiate and contrast teaching research and research in teaching. These two means different to each other, although deal and interconnected with the two words research and teaching. In the beginning of this video, we have defined already teaching and research. Now let's take a deeper dig into these two words. As teaching research. This means that we are going to impart knowledge about research into our learners. This also means that there are teaching strategies and methods that are applied into the teaching of research that involve in the aspects of education. Furthermore, teaching as research refers to the deliberate, systematic, and reflective use of research methods to develop and implement these teaching practices that advance the learning experiences and outcomes of students and teachers that is according to the core ideas. Research in teaching, on the other hand, is a scientific case studies in the field of education. It enables us educators to follow our interests and needs as we investigate what we and our students do. For instance, we educators in the Department of Education are required to create research problems every year to address the different problems we usually met in our field. By then, we will create a solution on how to solve it. With research and teaching, it will expand and enriches our teaching skills and apply it to the class. Research and teaching helps us to focus on aspects of our teaching practices that we would like to improve. Now that ends my discussion about the two questions given to us. I hope it is clearly understood and well explained. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless us all. Mabuhay!